Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good day to Puan Safiza and Puan Nur Azila. My name is Muhammad Irfan Firdaus bin Muhammad Rizal and my metric number is 17DUP21F1010. Okay, today I'm gonna present about tour itinerary, 3 days 2 night to Cameron Highland, which is for tourist guide copy. Okay, this trip is from a travel agent, Jalan-Jalan Travel and Tour, and the tourist guide that will guide this trip, this group of tourists, which is Muhammad Firdaus bin Muhammad Rizal, and the license number is TG10102. The date for this trip 13 until 15 July 2022, which is 3 days 2 night. The group of tourists, which is 18 people, 18 tourists from Sabah, and the group contains 8 females and 10 females, and the age range from 23 years old until 30 years old, and all of the tourists, their religion, which is Christian and Buddhist, they are from Sabah. And our transportation details, we use normal tourism coach, and our coach number is WNW4701. And the destination, all the summary destination for our trip is first they will land at KLIA. Then from the KLIA they straight go to Big Red Strawberry Farm, and then Cactus Valley, and restaurant Tuan Yuan, Kia Farm Market, and Sing Chapati, Mosi Forest, Bo Tea Plantation, Lavender Garden, Firm Nyonya Restaurant, Brincang Night Market, Sampoh Temple. All of this are basically the attraction at Cameron Highland. And Highlands Apiary Farm, nasi lemak Abang Strawberry. Okay, now for the day 1, the starting of the itinerary. On 13 July 2022 at 7 AM at KLIA 2, the tourists will arrive from KK Airport to KLIA 2, and the flight detail, which is AK3498. The ETA, estimated time arrival at the arrival hall is 6:30 AM. So basically the tour guide need to be there early lah. The tour leader for this group direct from KK, which is Mr. Anthony, and the tour guide need to pick up the tourists, the group of tourists at the arrival hall, domestic arrival hall, and at the location the tour guide need to do some meet and greet for the tourists, because it's the first meet for the tour guide towards the group of tourists. And then the tour guide need to help and arrange the luggage and bag arrangement in the coach. So basically from 7 AM until 8 AM, the meet and greet, the bag and luggage load in the coach, the process will be 1 hour, 7 AM until 8 AM. Until 8 AM, tour guide need to make sure that all the luggage and all the tourists are in good condition, and all is in the coach, in control. And on 8 AM, they need to depart to Cameron Highland, which is the first destination, Big Red Strawberry Farm and Cactus Valley. The Cactus Valley basically is beside the Big Red Strawberry Farm lah. And during 8 AM, when they depart from the KLIA to Cameron Highland, the tour guide need to do some commentary in the coach, welcoming the tourists, and do some appreciation talk from the travel agent and some exciting info about the destination that the tourist about to go. Okay, an estimated duration, the journey from KLIA to Cameron Highland, Big Red Strawberry Farm, is about 3 hours plus. So on 11:30 AM, the estimated time arrival at the Cameron Highland, Big Red Strawberry Farm. At 11:30, the group of tourists and the tour guide will be there at Big Red Strawberry Farm. And at the destination, the tourists will enjoy the scenery of the beautiful strawberry garden, and they can enjoy picking up the strawberry direct from the farm, direct from the tree itself, and enjoying the various type of meal that is the meal based from the strawberry at the farm, because at the on the destination or on the farm, they provide the meal, various type of meal. And on 11:30 AM until 12:45 PM, they will spending time and enjoying their time at the Big Red Strawberry Farm and Cactus Valley, because the Cactus Valley also nearby the Big Red Strawberry Farm. And at the Cactus Valley, the tourists will enjoy the learning, the knowledge about the various type of cactus, unique species of cactus that only can see direct from the Cactus Valley. Okay, it's about 1 hour 15 minutes. They will spending their time at Big Red Strawberry Farm and Cactus Valley. At 1 PM until 2:30 PM, the tourists will have their lunch at Restaurant Tuan Yuan. 1 PM is 1 PM until 2:30 PM. The tourists will have lunch at Restaurant Tuan Yuan at their own expenses, but the seats and the table already been reserved by travel agent. So the tour guide need to remind the tourists the lunch, the meals at their own expenses. Okay, from 2:30 PM until 2:45 PM is about 20 minutes journey from Restaurant Tuan Yuan to Kia Farm Market. And during the 20 minutes journey, tour guide on the coach, tour guide need to give a little bit commentary about Kia Farm Market and how do tourists enjoy their visit at the Kia Farm Market and how do they spend their time there. About 2:50 PM, they will arrive at the Kia Farm Market. And Kia Farm Market is basically a market that provide fresh product from the farm. From 2:50 PM until 4 PM is about 1 hour 10 minutes. The tourists will spend their time at the Kia Farm Market. They will enjoy the fresh strawberry, fruits and vegetables at the Kia Farm Market, and also at their own expenses, not included in the package. Okay, they will spend their time until 4 PM at the Kia Farm Market. Then 4 PM until 4:30 PM, the journey is about 30 minutes from Kia Farm Market to their hotel, to the tourist accommodation, which is Century Pine Resort. And 4 PM until 4:30 PM, they will arrive at the Century Pine Resort, and the tour leader will arrange the check-in procedure and process at the lobby, at the hotel lobby. And room arrangement also will handle by tour leader. The tour guide just need to assist some process if the tour leader need. And the tour leader and also the tour guide in the coach need to remind the tourists all the extra charge add-on during their stay on the Century Pine Resort is at their own expenses, such as room service or any extra meal they ordered, that is on their own expenses. Okay, 4:30 settle the check-in process for all the 18 tourists. 4:30 until 6:30 p.m. is free and easy, which is tourists will refresh themselves at their own rooms and enjoy the scenery of the hotel, because the hotel is quite grand. The view also quite beautiful until 6:30 p.m. Okay, after the tourists have been refreshed themselves for 2 hours from 4:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. At 6:30 p.m. the tour leader and the tour guide will start to gather all the tourists, and on 7 p.m. The tourists will depart to Sing Chapati, which is the destination for having their dinner on the first day. From at 7 p.m. they will depart to Sing Chapati, and it will take about 20 minutes to arrive at the dinner location. And during the journey for the 20 minutes, the tour guide need to give a little bit commentary about Sing Chapati, what they will having there, what the menu that the Sing Chapati provide. And at 7:20 p.m. they will arrive at the Sing Chapati restaurant. They will have their dinner. The tourists will have their dinner at the Sing Chapati. It's about 1 hour 40 minutes. 1 hour 40 minutes. They will have their dinner at their own expenses, but the seat also already been booked by the travel agent. And all the way process, the ordering, the payment at Sing Chapati, tour guide need to remind the tourists is by their own. And they will have their dinner until 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. the tourists will go back to their hotel, Century Point Resort. And on the journey, on the road, during the journey is they're going back to their hotel. The tour guide need to remind in the coach the short highlight about tomorrow destination, tomorrow activities, what attire should they are wearing for tomorrow activities, and and they will have their rest at their hotel. Okay, on the second day, on 14 July 2022, at 7:30 p.m., the tourists will have their morning wake up call, and they will have their breakfast at the hotel, because the breakfast also included in the package, and it will be handled by a tour leader. And they will have their breakfast is about 1 hour, and after they finish their breakfast, they need to gather at the lobby. It was already been reminded by tour guide a night before. So on 8:30 a.m. they will depart to Mossy Forest as their first visit of the day on the second day. And tour guide need to make sure all the tourists in good condition, because the Mossy Forest required and good physical condition. The tour guide need to make sure all the tourists in good condition, and tour guide also need to make sure all the tourists are in comfortable attire to do the activities at Mossy Forest. And at 8:30 a.m. they will depart to Mossy Forest, and tour guide will give a commentary about Mossy Forest, a little bit background about Mossy Forest, what the interesting facts about Mossy Forest. And also tour guide need to remind the coach number, because after the activity at Mossy Forest, the tourists will be scattered in the area, and they need to remind the coach number so that they will not get lost or get into the wrong coach. Okay, the journey from the hotel to Mossy Forest takes about 30 minutes, and they will arrive at the Mossy Forest at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. they will arrive at Mossy Forest, and the Mossy Forest need to the visitor need to take the truck or jeep that will be driven by the staff there at the Mossy Forest location, and the payment of the the truck and the jeep already been settled by the travel agent, and also the safety briefing will be provided by the local guide at the Mossy Forest, and tour guide need to remind all the tourists to always move in one group because Mossy Forest is an open area, and at the Mossy Forest the tourists will enjoy the view, the chilling and moist atmosphere and weather, because Mossy Forest quite on, we can say it on the higher ground compared to Tanah Rata and Cameron Highland. Okay, they will enjoy the activity at the Mossy Forest is about 2 hours from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. At 11 a.m. The tour guide need to gather all the tourists and moving on to the next destination, which is Boh Tea Plantation, Boh Tea Factory, we can call it as factory also. From the Mossy Forest to get to the coach, the tourists will use the same transportation, which is the jeep and the truck, to get back to the coach from the Mossy Forest. And during the journey to Boh Tea Plantation, the tour guide need to give some commentary about the Boh Tea Plantation, what they will see at the Boh Tea Plantation there, and remind the tourists the gather point after they are enjoying themselves at the location. Okay, the journey from Mossy Forest to Boh Tea Plantation will take about 30 minutes or so. So they will arrive at the Boh Tea Plantation at 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. they will arrive at Boh Tea Plantation, and they will enjoy the activity at the location. Is about 2 hour 15 minutes, because the Boh Tea Plantation, the location is quite packed of visitors and tourists, so we will give some extra time there. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and they will be there from 11:30 a.m. until 1:45 p.m. Okay, at the location they will enjoy the tour by the on-site guide there on how the tea been processed, how the tea been harvested into the pack that we drink every day, how the tea being processed from the raw until it become the surf pack. And also the tourists will do some shopping there, because they will have various type of tea fresh from the farm. And also they have a Boh Cafe there, and that's why we give extra time for the tourists to enjoy themselves at the location, because some tourists will want to enjoy the meal at the cafe, Boh Cafe there. And at the cafe they have various type of meal, various type of drinks the tourists can enjoy. Okay, after enjoying the activity, the time at the Boh Tea Plantation until 1:45 p.m. At 1:50 p.m. the tourists at 1:45 p.m. the tourists will start gather at the gathering point, and at 1:50 p.m. until 2:20 p.m. about 30 minutes the tourists will depart to Lavender Garden, and the journey also will take about 30 minutes. And during the journey, on the road, in the coach, the tour guide need to give a commentary about Lavender Garden. What is the attraction at the Lavender Garden that attract the visitor to come, and what are they offering at the Lavender Garden? What are the products, some highlights? Tour guide need to give some knowledge and info to the tourists lah. Okay, at 2:20 p.m. the tourists will arrive at the Lavender Garden, and also we give some extra time at the tourists to enjoy themselves at the Lavender Garden from 2:20 p.m. until 4 p.m., which is 1 hour and 40 minutes. They will enjoy the view, the scenery, the products of the garden. And basically the entrance ticket are already included in the package, which is the travel agent already settled the payment and all the booking and at the Lavender Garden, tourists will be at their own activity and at their own expenses also, because the location is not suitable for people to move in a big group. So basically the tourists will be at their own, and at the end of the before moving to the next destination, we need to do some group photo at the main entrance of the Lavender Garden. And tour guide also need to suggest to the tourists what is the rare product that is produced by lavender itself from the garden. Tour guide need to suggest lah to the tourists. Okay, after the tourists enjoy their time at Lavender Garden until 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. they will depart, going back to their hotel and have their own time, free and easy, to rest and refresh before they are having their dinner. They will have their own time, free and easy, is about 2 hours from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. at their hotel, and get prepared for their dinner. And on 6 p.m. they will start to gather and depart to Firm Nyonya Restaurant as their dinner location. And the duration of the journey from their hotel to Firm Nyonya Restaurant is about 15 minutes. And during the 15 minutes, the tour guide need to give some commentary about Firm Nyonya Restaurant. What is the main menu? What is the specialty menu at the Firm Nyonya Restaurant? And on 6:15 p.m. until 7:15 p.m. is about 1 hour. The tourists will have their dinner. We give 1 hour for the tourists to have their dinner because the seat and the table already been reserved by the travel agent, so they will not have to queue for the seats. Just need to order their meals, and also the dinner at their own expenses, not included in the package. And also the location, the Firm Nyonya Restaurant, suitable for all types of people, all types of religion and races, because the restaurant provide Malay cuisine, Chinese cuisine, Nyonya cuisine, and Western also. And also they have a steamboat for the dinner for the tourists until 7:15 p.m. Okay, after they are having their dinner, on 7:20 p.m. the tourists will depart to Brincang Night Market. Brincang Night Market also one of the main attraction at the Cameron Highland. And Brincang Night Market, this is the last visit of the day for the second day. During the journey, tour guide need to give some commentary also, some info, what is going on at the Brincang Night Market, what is the product they will see at the Brincang Night Market. And at the Brincang Night Market, the tourists also will have their own time to shopping their souvenir or any of the product that tourists interested lah. From 7:30 p.m. until 9 p.m, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes. The tourists will enjoy their time and free to shop any of the area at the Bincang Night Market for 1 hour and 30 minutes at their own expenses also. And from 9 p.m. until 9:20 p.m. is the journey for them to going back to the hotel and rest for tomorrow, for the last day of the trip. And during the journey, tour guide need to give some short reminder about what are they having tomorrow, the checkout time, the flight details for the tourists to going back to the Kota Kinabalu. So that is the last activity for second day. And on the third day, 15 July 2022, on 9 a.m. Until 10 p.m, the tourists will have their morning call and have their breakfast. And also during the after they finish their breakfast, they will straight away with checkout process, which is being handled by tour leader. They need to give some their room keys and make sure they have nothing left out in the room. Second day breakfast also included in the package for the tourists, and they will have their breakfast and checkout process for 1 hour until 10 a.m. On 10 a.m, the tourists will depart to Sampoh Temple. And the tourists will tour guide will give some commentary, background, and the facts about the destination, about Sampoh Temple, and also need to remind about the coach number. Okay, the journey from the hotel to Sampoh Temple will take about only 50 minutes, and the tour guide need to give some short commentary and short and pack the info about background and the facts about the Sampoh Temple. So at 10:15 a.m. until 11:15 a.m, about 1 hour, the tourists will enjoy the sightseeing, the view at the temple, and we'll have some photography there. And at the Sampoh Temple, they will provide the local guide for the visitor and tour. And the tourists will have their free and easy to enjoy the view, the every sides of the temple by their own guide, by the local guide, for 1 hour until 1:11 a.m. 1:11 a.m. until 11:30 a.m, about 15 minutes, they will depart to Highland Apiary Farm. Highland Apiary Farm, and during the on the road in the coach, about 15 minutes, the tour guide need to give some commentary, attractions about Highland Apiary Farm, activity that provide at the location, what is the product, what is the attraction that is that provide at the Highland Apiary Farm, and also the shopping will be at their own expenses for the tourists. At 11:30 a.m, they will arrive at the Highland Apiary Farm. They will enjoy the experience at the Highland Apiary Farm, because Highland Apiary Farm is quite big, and it's one of the main attraction also at the Cameron Highland. Highland Apiary Farm is famous by their honey bee process. So the tourists will enjoy the process of the honey making, fresh from the bee itself, and trying the trying the fresh product from the farm. And the entry for the Highland Apiary Farm basically is free of charge, so there is no entry fee there that need to certified. They need to confirm by the tour guide. And at the farm, tour guide need to will give their own time to the tourists to have their free time to enjoy the farm there, and make sure, but the tour guide need to make sure all the tourists in the area, all for 1 hour, need to make sure that all tourists in the area, and all the expenses is by their own until 12:30 p.m. Sorry. At 12:30 p.m. until 12:50 p.m. is about 20 minutes journey from Highland Apiary Farm to their lunch location, which is Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry. And during the journey, it's about 20 minutes from Highland Apiary Farm to Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry. The tour guide need to give some commentary about what is the dishes, what is the main menu there, what is the main attraction, how to order, how to pay at the Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry, what is the specialty about this restaurant. And basically seats and the table already booked by a travel agent. And Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry also, it will be the last destination for the tourists for this trip. They will arrive at the Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry at 12:50 p.m. and they will have their lunch about 1 hour 10 minutes because the seats and the table already been reserved by the travel agent, so no need to queue for the seats. They just need to wait for the cooking process. Okay, at Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry, the tourists will have their lunch, and at the area of the Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry, we'll have some booth for the strawberry and all the souvenir shops. So during the 1 hour 10 minutes or so, the tourists will enjoy their lunch and have some souvenir shopping at the area of Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry lah. Okay, until 2 p.m. they will have their lunch. Okay, this is the last destination for this trip until 2 p.m. 2 p.m. they will depart from Cameron Highland from Nasi Lemak Abang Strawberry to KLIA 2 for their flight to go back to their place, Kota Kinabalu. It will take about 3 hours plus from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. the route from Cameron Highland to KLIA 2. And during the journey, the tour guide need to make sure all the tourists in good condition after this trip. All the tourists are satisfied by our service. All the tourists in good condition to go back to their places. And during the journey also, tour guide need to give some commentary, closing commentary and appreciation talk to the tourists because choosing this travel agent, and make sure the feedback from the tourists is good and they're satisfied with our service. So they will arrive at the KLIA 2 around ETA 6 p.m. from Cameron Highland, and the flight ticket is at 8 p.m. So they need to be there early for the check-in process, the luggage, the key-in luggage process. They will arrive at the KLIA 2 at 6 p.m. and check-in process and procedure will be handled by tour leader. And when arriving at the KLIA 2, tour guide need to assist the unload bag from the coach, and that is where the tour guide will sign off from the group, from the tourist and from the trip. And 8 p.m. the flight for the tourists will be going back to Kota Kinabalu Airport, and the tour guide will need to prepare the tour report. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much for listening. This is itinerary through 3 days 2 nights for Cameron Highland from me. Thank you for listening.